Hey, be right back. In a second. I got a trap set up right there. It's a trap. In fact, I've got a. It's a trap sign on it. I need to make those into stickers, don't I? I think I will. Is that right? So blue. I really need to fasten this down sometime or another. It's really starting to bug me now. It's like flopping out. I mean, it is permanent, right? It's been there for what, a year now? I should go ahead and glue it down. It's just too long. Thinking about maybe curving it to take up the slack. How is it? How is everybody? Let me check on a couple of things real quick. Yep. You okay? Yeah. It's almost empty. Figured I'd top it off with a wee little bit. Wait a little bit. What's up, Rune? Nate G, Gumby, Outlaw, Chevy Dude, Miko, what's up, City Lock? Yeah, I was a little bit late. Sorry about that. I did get a haircut. Finally got a haircut. Shaved. Lost all my fur. What's up, Curto? I don't know if I put enough stuff in here, though. Yeah, that's about right. Dave A, what's up? Happy May. It's gonna be May. What's up, Access? What's up, Anthony? Wobbles is empty for the time being. We gotta borrow Wobbles. Wobbles just came back out yesterday afternoon because I had a bunch of Duro locks that I had to rekey, so I had to have a big flat surface for that. And I thought while he's back out for a minute, last week we worked in the on top of the workbench and kind of had a mortise cylinder issue going on there, and still do. Thus, gonna pull everything out to Wobbles, most everything out, and try to figure out what I want to do with my old auto stuff, because I've got a significant chunk of that taken up by old auto stuff, whereas it could be taken up by individually boxed, appropriately branded, named, stickered Mortise cylinder parts and stuff. For just those rare situations where, you know, you recan some locks and you have a bad plug or whatever. Did make my new plug follower. I posted it in the community notes. Finally, we'll take a look at that while we're over there. Proud of myself for that. Thank you to ChatGPT for making my files for me. I was sitting there going, the hardest part about making stamp for instance, stamp things like this is setting up the files. I did this well before there was ever even a thought of ChatGPT. This was back in the flip phone era, actually, is when I made this by hand. Never did really finish the outside like I wanted to. And I was like, you know, I can apply the same thing to a plug hole. Y'all seen my plug holder. I've mentioned that I wanted to make a bigger one. I've had that stick Purple Heart. I now have a Purple Heart plug holder that fits like 34 plugs. And I just need to sand the top because there are a couple of little scuff marks, you know. I don't have the finest accuracy drill press. But regardless, the top was going to be, you know, kind of sanded a little bit. It's still got that wax coating on it at the factory.
How you doing?
Good.
I want one gold for my door. Anyone will fit in the door like these handles here?
Really depends on what you have on the door now.
Yeah, okay, I got that little silver knob.
Yeah.
That round silver knob.
Yeah, the full ones like that are really expensive, but you can get the partial one that have the shape for $200 or $300.
Yeah, okay.
Those are more like $500 plus, but they do make the two-part that have different shapes on them.
Yeah, I see it in my community, guys, but I'm gonna take that old knob off and put that person on there. I'm gonna save my money. I'm gonna buy me one that'll fit. I like that. It looks real nice. I'm gonna paint my front door black. They're gonna put me one of those gold handles.
You want to go gold on it? So yeah, you got a limited design choices with polished brass because it's kind of not as popular as anything else anymore, but you can get the oval shape where it's like an oval handle and then an oval deadbolt above it, and if that would work for you. Polished brass, you may be able to get one that's kind of like an arched shape like this.
Yeah.
Like that shape, maybe able to get one so that with the handle below it.
Right.
So yeah, we can probably still get you those.
Okay.
But yeah, those are gonna be between like $200 to $250 usually
Yeah.
for a decent.
You know, probably fit my door too, won't you?
Yeah, I'd have to see your door. Take a picture of it. You got a smart. Yeah.
Thank you, Chief.
Yep.
I'll be back.
Have a good weekend.
God bless you.
What's up, Willard? Kind of missed last week. No, no whiteboard. It has what did we do over there? We straightened up. We did a really good job straightening up too. If I say so myself. Trying to film here, damn it. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. Thanks for the reminder, Anthony. I appreciate that. What's up, Doused? What's up, David? What's up, Ken Nixon? Hey, Newhouse, what's up? We're about to go over to the... And today we're having a look because they always say, hey, look like I'm in my hand. Yeah, it's cold. But I do have to plug the camera up. Let me finish this off. Because I've got a full cup here I got to start on too. Oh, we do have to get assembled though. Locksmith assemble! Man, customer Let's bounce over to this screen for a minute. What in the bitch ass are you doing? Oh, wait a minute. Where'd you go? Run. That's what I thought. I am doing pretty well today. I'm doing even better right now. No, I'm just kidding. It's just cold drip, which is available at mscolddrip.com in the continental United States. Painfully busy, averaging about 5 nights of sleep each week for you. I am not sleeping well because my lower back's been killing me the past week or so. I don't know what I did. I guess I inched when I should have inched, you know. No telling. No freaking telling what I did. Fucking age. So that's kept me up. Dog's going great. His name's Henry now. Not responding to it at all. Not responding to anything. Kind of being stubborn. We're going through a little bit of stubborn phase. So we definitely are about to start more heavily into the training. It's kind of like, I don't know. I guess just living at that shelter, you know, for so long. We're so wide. Why is this so wide? It should be zoomed in just a little bit more. Hold on, let me fix that. Uh, but he's a pretty good boy. We just have to break some bad habits. We got to teach him. Oh, got to what he's supposed to be doing, how he's supposed to be reacting. Oh, that's why it's so wild. Why did it go away? Uh, uh, there it is. I was like, where in the hell? How did we lose our setting right here? Camera control. Thank you. Zoom in to 8. Uh, uh, there it is. It's like, where in the hell? Why am I getting feedback? How did we lose our setting right here? Camera control. Thank you. Zoom in to 8. Yeah, my phone was picking up YouTube. Uh, there it is. Is that right? Move out of the way. I can't see the. Maybe I'm trying to block out that light. I got to get an electrician involved. Electrician to get rid of that light right there, or be able to turn it on and off. Not get rid of it, but turn it on. Once I eventually do that, I will be much happier. Okay, that looks more right. That was weird. I don't know why I lost its setting. I hope it saves it. Did I save it? I think I saved it. All right. Zoe. Oh. Oh no. You're back to work on Saturdays. Well, that sucks. Uh. Mean round. See you, City Lock. Have a good weekend. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, do that, J-Bot. Coming up in here. I did not click any buttons for that to happen. I will check on this button, though. Oh, exciting news. You want to hear exciting news? exciting news. We will have the Lockforce door marker coming in next week. Boom. First 50 plus 5. And Lockforce store members will be getting them. Yay. For free. For free. And certain other people. For free. Total free. We've got 50 coming in. Can order them anytime I like now, and gonna be starting in on the next phase now that I've got that task completely easily out of the way. Upcoming with the jig. Thank you for not parking in my spot today. So jig will be next, but the Lockforce door marker will be coming out. 2 3/8, 2 3/4 inch notches. It's not going to be stamped or anything, because it really wouldn't have worked well for that. I don't know yet. I hadn't decided that yet. Anyway, we're getting the first production run in next week of 50 plus 5 in a special material that I want to test myself. I got to test it myself, so hopefully I'll have a deadbolt or two to put in immediately after I get those in, so that I can literally go out and drill some holes with it. And then they'll be up for sale on the Lockforce.store once we verify everything's okay. I mean, these 50 may be bad, so you may be getting, you just have to wing it. I've noticed on certain doors, shut up, I've noticed on certain doors anyway, even one that looks very similar to it, that apparently is not made anymore, is you do still have to kind of like mark it just right, like, because on some doors, certain thicknesses, it just acts wonky. But it's a rough marker anyway. I don't know. We'll see. Boom. Manufacturing now. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And surprisingly, they won't be that expensive. Now, the jig, I still haven't got the Alicia Cowboy jig ready yet. I'm doing the drawings for that. What's up, Dang OS? Let's go ahead and get over here. Let me get this camera plugged in for what we have to do today. Not necessarily what we have to do, but what we were going to do anyway. Eventually. It needs to be done, I guess I should say. Honestly, what really needs to be done is clean this whole upper counter off and get rid of all this pollen. But that is not what I'm going to do on stream. We're going to play with mortar cylinders on stream, because that's kind of locksmithy, right? Wiping dust off of stuff is not fun. Dropped one! Dropped one! Yeah, okay. Dropped one. See? She got it for you. Oh, no. Please don't. Hold on. I gotta watch this. Because I know what's about to happen. So yeah, mortar cylinders, this kind of locksmithy stuff, right? Last week, and after such, I pulled out more. And I just really want to, open up the space to get them straight, and B, that was anticlimactic. Still waiting though. There's still a chance something here is going to happen, and it's going to be funny. It's going to be one of those things that I go, hey Kim, LOL, watch this. Don't leave hammers on top of ladders. There is nothing worse than shit falling off of a ladder, and especially if there's a gentle floor or a fragile floor out there. Is that who I think it is? No, it looks just like her though. Could have sworn it was somebody else, which would have been a hilarious interchange out there. You now have 5 staples in your head? Well, at least it didn't crack the floor, right? That was my theory when I was, there's one mother effing glass door where you literally have to pull the glass out to get to the lock. Old glass door. I've got a building downtown with a couple of them that I had to deal with a long time ago. But you have to be super careful because once you like pop what you're supposed to pop out of the way, the glass literally will come out. And I caught it. Y'all remember that? I may remember that because it was probably during live, and I had to cut across the top of my head for like a month. So I caught the glass with my forehead. It's an expensive lesson either way. That could have been much worse too. Where am I going? I need to go to mobile comments. Mobile comment section, come to me so that I can move you over there and then set the camera up and we can go check out the whole Mortise cylinder situation and figure out what I want to do. One of my biggest fears of and leaving stuff on top of a ladder, and I'm always checking myself, when I move a ladder, and I'm like I always try to check myself, because when you don't, shit happens, But shit falls off the ladder, and if you're working on a glass door, and there's a big glass door right there, and stuff falls off the ladder, things could happen. You never want something like that to happen, so yeah. Just starting up. What's up, Black Lotus? Hey, we got lotus plants growing up here. I don't know if they're black. Seeds were black. But Kim just bought like what's a veritable shitload of lotus seeds. And we've got them growing up there. They grow very quickly if you do them just right, apparently. So she's got like 10 of them growing, and we still have like 150 seeds. Well, I think she just gave away a pack of 20, but yeah, growing lotus. Key machine, I mean, it depends on what you're going after. If you're going after automotive stuff, then I'll let other people answer that. You ducked instead of dodged. You oomped instead of Let me get this. Let me get this cable out. Let's get the other camera up. The work camera up. This one's working. Check it. Where's that program? There it is. Okay. Drove 20 minutes to get home. Well, how else are you supposed to get home? Yeah, there's no earthquake going on. Sorry about that. I forgot I had split screen up. Uh, I mean, if you could find an old 1200, that's always your best, a good basic machine that'll last forever and, well, relatively speaking. Or framing. Framings are a little bit slower, but they're way more accurate. Uh, you learn about locks a lot more with a framing than you would a 1200, but 1200 is faster and easier. Yeah, see, lock and key. Four. Let me guess, you and 5 of your friends are calling around for you right now? Call different numbers. But doing stupid stuff should hurt. What's up, Chuck Soup? Oh yeah, you're a subscriber now. Screwed. Screwed. So what's up, Charles? My shape, my closely cut head is shaped. You know, all them fancy new machines out here, I don't know. I ain't bought no damn new machine in years. So I don't know about these new things. I don't know about these newfangled machines. I've thought about buying one of those little flashes just for the heck of it. Yeah, that thing. Somebody said that I've read many comments saying that it's a pretty damn nice little machine. So, just for a duplicator, that. But you really need a way to do like code keys. And if you're doing residential commercial, you get a 1200, you can literally code cut all your keys if you have to. There's frequently times when, like on master key systems, I'll make like all the change keys, I'll make the one on a 1200 and then copy the rest if they need extra keys of that one. But on like the master keys themselves, I will usually just code cut every one of them just for shits and giggles, just to make it perfect. So today's the first time you've seen the warning. Oh, on the chat, when you open it up, it says you're... No, I get it. What's up? 3 tumblers. Which one of you is this? This Tyler? What's up, Tyler? Hadn't seen or heard much out of LPP. LPP would be on his own account if he was here. Hope he's doing okay. How you been, Tyler? I'm going to go over here while y'all answer those couple of questions and take this mobile comments with me. Space and depth, you can get a cut. Yeah, you know, it works. Just if you have an accurate and the right wheel on your machine, that plays a kind of a big part of it. I've run on a couple of machines where it just didn't work well for space and depth keys. Man, I got stomach rumblings going on. I had a question: what the best way to start key machine for resin? Key machine. Everybody's answering that question, right? I would not suggest using a Lishy key cutter for a final key to give a customer at all, regardless of what's out there, space and blocks and all that. If you had to, yeah, I know probably some people are like, I do that all the time. Well, yeah, if you have to, and if it's filed perfectly, but you could. I do it for small keys, but I don't think maybe a quickset non-smart key. But I don't know about everything else. Maybe a quickset non-smart key. Yeah, is the back of my van still a shit show, or do you have a tidier? No, it's still a shit show. Careful, careful. It's still a shit show back in the back of my van. Hey.
Hello.
What can we help you with?
3 of those.
Okay. Just plain brass, or do you want it?
Just plain brass.
All right.
Nothing fancy. You know, I came and got 3 keys from y'all the other day. I got home, I couldn't find the done things.
Couldn't find them.
I couldn't find them. I don't know where I put them. looked in the laundry, I looked in the refrigerator.
We did not have a set of 3 keys pop up here anywhere, so
No,
they
no,
must
I
have made
didn't.
it to your car.
It did. I looked under my car, under the seat.
Well, now that you did 3 more, they'll show up.
I know, exactly. And how much
You have,
owe you this stuff?
I have 891.
Somebody said, well, did you have them in a sack? I said, no, I didn't have them in a sack.
That would have been
Just like that. They said, did you see if it worked? I said, no, I didn't see it. I didn't have to find them once I got home.
Alright, and let's go. 1, 2, 3. Just tap it. Oh, you got the cash.
Cash is hard to find these days.
There we go. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'll let you put those in your purse now.
This is where I'm gonna put them.
Well, that's why we have that camera right there too, so that we've had people who've
Wait a minute.
lost keys. There they are. Right where you put them last time?
Don't tell. Exactly.
I won't say
Don't
anything.
tell anybody.
You have plenty of keys now, right? As literally as soon as you got them.
As soon as I walk in the house.
I figured they'd just be sitting out on your front table, like right in the middle of your table for no particular reason when you got home. I've never seen anybody find them that quick, so congratulations. Have a great weekend. If you need any more house keys, let me know.
I am so upset that they're put that building in. I mean,
Everybody is.
what is it?
It's gonna be a piano. Oh, well, that's fine. Don't come back until you lose those 2 sets of keys.
I know, I'm not coming back until I move.
Okay. Have a great weekend. Okay, that's literally the fastest anybody. She unzipped her pouch and so now she has 6 keys. That was literally hilarious. Uh, yeah, there it is. Alright, we have shifted over to the audio on the work camera. We good on the audio? Give me an audio check. Okay, back on the desk mic for a second while I try to get this set up. For some reason, the cameras there were not wanting to cooperate. Let's get this over here. Right there. Okay, now I'm going back over to the other volume. Check was okay on that. Yep, good. Okay. All right. Back over there, back over to that microphone. It's actually kind of getting a little narrow up in here, so let me let the mobile comments section catch up real quick. Looks like we can put them right here, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, no, this one's actually, I think, a bad extension. I want to say... Wow, gotta check the front. Got a glare at the front, really. I need another monitor. I really need another monitor over here. Alright, so the task right now is to pretty much remove all of this. We've got automotive right here. Really doesn't need to be there. Automotive. This whole section could be mortise cylinder stuff because it makes more sense. So I was thinking automotive could probably go up here. On top of that, perhaps. That would give me just enough room to stack up about 4, and then I can put the metal thing right there as Curtis clippers, I believe. So here or way over here behind the chicken, which would be harder to get to, but again, it is old automotive stuff, so it's not that big of a deal about getting to it, you know, necessarily. What y'all doing? Who's going where? Oh, Mrs. Six Keys is now leaving. So instead of like literally taking it to the table, I guess I could drag the ladder over here and just go ahead and put them up there, huh? Yeah, I can't remember what's in that box up there. Let's do that. Do I have? Oh, I've got the ladder. Okay, hold on. Let's zoom up. Let's see what we got up here first. I want to say it is safe parts or safe deposit box. One of the two. One of the two, I know. And I do need another rolly thing from Harbor Freight. tried sucking up a coat hook. I'm going to get up here and investigate this yellow box because I want to say there's either safe deposit box or safe stuff in there. So can you zoom up? We've gotten really busy outside, so. Okay. This safe is long gone. Got the body and everything. I think it was broken. I don't know what was wrong with it. I think the lever bolt was something was wrong with it. I can't remember, but the safe itself is long gone. So safe deposit. I had been previously working in this area. Anyway, I had some really heavy boxes sitting right here, and I realized it was pressing it down, making it bend in, so I had to fix that. Old dog safe parts. Eek. Sergeant safe parts. What's in here? Anything? Looks like old key band. Screws. Really? Haha. I was hella wrong on all accounts, wasn't I? Okay. You were originally a screw band or a key blank. Hey.
How are you?
Good. Hurry up.
Great.
What can we help you with?
We passed by and I was seeing all of these door handles. We have a 50s home with a security door.
Okay.
And there's a handle that broke off and we cannot find.
On the security door?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find you a picture. I know it's in my phone somewhere.
More than likely, it's what I think. I don't know what you
And so like we don't
It's
even
a
know
very
like,
narrow little thing.
we don't
It's
even
got
know.
like a lever almost on it.
Right on the edge, it's got like a toggle on the edge of it.
Like the handle is like almost like a little lever, and it broke. And I don't know if you have to replace the whole doorknob or what, but it's a very skinny little. I took pictures. It's been a while because I couldn't find one to replace it. Just scrolling. I wish I knew when it was because I always don't know where I'm looking. Do you remember when it broke? I don't even know pictures.
The lever handle, so it has the lever up. I'm pretty sure I know what y'all have.
This is not the one that broke, but it's the same. It's like a very little. We broke the little knob. When we pulled the door shut, it just broke.
Yeah, that's handy. The lever itself broke off?
I didn't know if we could replace either the handle or the whole.
We tried like
mechanism.
super glue. We tried. Yeah, there was just nothing.
I mean, it should have screws on the edge.
Yeah.
That's the one that broke.
Yeah. So I mean, we got screws. I mean, we see the screws, but I've tried to like look on Amazon or try to look to. We've gone to a couple. We live in Memphis. We've gone to a couple places to try to find.
That's the outside.
Yes.
Oh, that changes what I was about to tell you. I've never seen one of those.
Okay.
What in the heck? Yeah, you're gonna have major problems with that. I might want to consider saving up for just all of it. I know those doors are not made like they're used to, so whatever you take off and put on is not gonna be any
Okay.
heavy duty like that. That's kind of an old throwback from the 70s, 80s era when not just Memphis, but Jackson here too. They were hiring handymen to come in. Welders were real popular, started making these doors.
Oh, interesting.
So there was no standards during
Yeah.
that time period really.
Oh, that's so interesting. Okay.
So it's a lot more custom fab, and that's
Yeah.
literally what that is. You're never going to find that.
Okay.
Well,
You can
worth the
there is a-
conversation
Yeah.
that
There is
like
one-
for us to quit trying.
There is a screen door version of that.
Yes.
That's the same on both sides, and that's why I said right up until you showed me
Yeah, because I showed him this first, but then when I found that's the other side.
Sorry, I'm having trouble. Please try in a little while.
Nobody said anything to you.
Does that mean if you did like the screen door version, like I guess in a way, the
There
security
is
of
a
it
knob.
doesn't matter.
If
as
you look
long
up
as-
screen door latches, there may be, because I literally, without all the other fluff on there, if the knob will unscrew and come off, you may be able to just buy.
Because maybe at least if we could open and close the door.
Yeah.
Right now you
Does it
can't
show a
close.
picture of the edge of the door? By any chance? I want to see how that's set up.
Yeah, I thought I had one, but I don't. So I had the inside and
So if it's a
Yeah.
separate, if it's a separate latch piece, it's probably some kind of custom fab that they put together with that part. So
That's the front of the house.
so type in go to Google, type in screen door latch, and then it looks literally the second and third picture.
Screen door flash.
IVE. And then the sponsor will literally show you a lever and a knob. Now as to whether that's going to work for yours or not, you need to see the edge of the door. But you may be able to order that and literally not use the latch and use your latch.
Okay. Yeah, I see something. I clicked it on one. Like that looks kind of like that
No,
shape.
not that.
No. Let's see. Well, I went back, but these look like they're going to be really wide.
Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So the latch may not be the same as yours, but you may be able to use the pieces from it to screw back onto your.
Okay.
It really depends.
Otherwise, would you say you should probably have to replace like the door?
The whole door.
Okay. Okay.
That helps. Thank you.
No problem.
Appreciate your help.
Yeah, no problem. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Good.
I'm trying to get some keys made. I need two of these and one of these. You doing okay today?
I'm good.
Great.
What does that go to?
I don't know. I need to call an ex.
Nah.
Huh?
Nah, what do you think it goes to?
I don't know. He just set them on the counter and said he needed two keys.
I'm gonna have that one.
You don't think you had that one? Okay.
So just one of this one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this key's totally miscut. Does this operate? Does this work?
It
It's
must be.
totally different on both sides, and it's not supposed to be.
Hold on, let me get my phone.
You're not driving this, are you? That's one of the worst keys I've ever seen. I can't even fathom how that would actually turn in the ignition.
I said, I don't know what he go to. He just set them on the dresser and said, babe, I need two keys.
I'll cut it. I doubt it's gonna work right.
What these keys go to? What the small key go to? To the electric pallet jack. And what do the other key go to? To an international truck.
And it works when you either way you put the key in.
And it works either way you put the key in.
He's explaining to you how he has to fiddle with it right now, isn't he?
No, he said it works when you put it in.
I'll copy it just like it is, but it ain't right. That's for sure.
He said that key ain't put right.
think I've got the power jack key.
You don't have a power jack key? He said they cut it off of another key. The other key they did.
It's like they cut it off 3 others.
He said he don't have the power jack key.
Got a few forklift keys, but not that.
Yeah. Do you know anybody that make this key?
Probably gonna have to get that from like the manufacturer or something. Or like a website that sells
keys.
Yeah. Probably a pre-cut key for whatever brand it is.
Oh, so they do that? I know that.
Yeah, you got one key made for the other ones too.
Okay. You said you can probably go online.
Maybe. It really depends on the brand.
Yeah. It said the manufacturer, it really depends on the brand. You can go online and try to find a key that's already pre-cut.
Got 756 altogether. Okay. Just have it right there when you're ready.
So I'm gonna pay with the card.
Figured I'd leave it muted before I coughed in your ear. Alright, where were we? Pulling out mortise cylinders. Had a frozen camera, fixed that, I think. That was a crazy key. What's up, LPP? What's up, he will device? I just opened the Audi by cutting a hole through the backseat cubby hole. Sometimes you have to do that. I remember back in the day before there was the whole internet thing, having to tear out back seats and crap. Swore I'd never do that again. All right, back to over here. We gotta pull this stuff out real quick. Is that right? Are we still good? We found a spot up here. Forgot the hold on. Double mic was going on there. Let's get a verification on the audio. And we will. Oh, good. We got some space up here now, don't we? Don't we? We do.
We could, I don't think I'm running out.
How you been, LPP? So where were we? We had space up here. Oh my God. Well, we have space up there. We're about to move some stuff. Yeah, see, lock and key. Ow! That was a little painful. No keyhole. Active alarm. Seat release in the trunk. And just. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? What was the old thing about, one of the old, was it the old Mercedes or something like that, where you had to cut a hole in the literal trunk? So hold on, I'm having a problem. I'm having an issue here. And that is, the ladder's in the way of the stuff that I have to move out. So let me rectify that situation real quick. We can do that with this guy. Got to move the cable because I'm going to step on it and cause all sorts of problems with the camera. All right. Okay. Auto. Here we go. Go right here. Auto, you can come on out. All right. You can go right there. Domestic. Oh, foreign, that's heavy. Okay. It's alright. It's right on a center beam, so it'll work out well. That's more cylinders. Okay. This is automotive. There's the phone. SE lock and key. Yay. Is this an actual door closer? Because if it is, it can go, it can go over there. Alright, so let's put this here. And how do I want to stack this? Don't fall over, please. Shoe shop. There better not be, Gumby. Okay. Let's I think that's all the automotive down here. Yep, pretty sure it is. That's going to open up a lot of area for me. Now, this could go... It doesn't even really need the keys in there anymore. I mean, cool, it's an actual Curtis case. Hold on. Little inserts go right there. I mean, yeah, I could pull the keys out and hang them up, see which ones I'm missing off the board, I guess. Me and this fella spent some quality time together. Him and his brothers. Ugh, Pontiac Le Mans. Oh my God. I hate these things. Is this even the key for this? It is not. Oh, it is. Ooh. I could probably sell that on eBay or some shit. Anybody have a Pontiac Le Mans that I can sell you a keyed ignition? But for real, some of this crap. Look at that shiny fella. Brand new GM shiny Blazer back door lid lock. Doop, doop, glass door. That was a common replacement item. Door lock sets. Ford. I could eBay all this, I guess. eBay! Nope, that's not going to sit. Right where it's needed. There. Okay, hold on. I see how far back this is going. Well, hey! I pulled my drawers up. What's that? Good. Good. Hey, all right, next. It's just a simple matter of removing a bunch of plastic bins and getting them onto the front table. So, let's bring this down. We're done up there for right now. Ideally, I would like another one of those. Sorta. I come up with a better system. Oh, let me show you my thing. Let me whip out my thing. Oh, that's a thing right there. My Woody. I'm gonna whip out my Woody. See where I messed up? Too close. I don't know how that happened. I wasn't paying attention. It affected the other side too. But once these are in here, you really can't tell, right? Yeah. Not there anymore. Oh, but watch this. Watch this. So you notice how they're all like level, sort of level? Like 5-pin. Just boop, boop. 5-pin. It's deeper here. Medium, shallow. So all these slots are for 6-pin. 5-pin up here in the front. So if we took a 6-pin cylinder, it would stick way out right there. A little bit higher. So boop, boop, boop. Ha ha. Yeah, anyway. These are just duplicates, so those are getting resorted out. Alright, let's see there. Oh, that's ignition. That's a ignition thing. SE lock and key. We can come out and rekey it to a new key for you if you're no. But you said it's not your house. Right, so you have keys. You have keys for the other doors. You just don't have the key for the front door. Right, yes, we can schedule an appointment to come out and do that. Where are you located? Which part? Which part of Brandon? Like Redville? Crossgate, Brandon? Okay, so the service charge to come out is $95. And then to rekey a lock that you don't have the existing key for is usually about $25 per wherever a key goes in. Thank you. Take a sip of my Mississippi color grip while I'm over here. Actually, let me just check back in on the comments. Get rid of that double mic real quick. What time is it? 12:30. I gotta keep moving some stuff out here. So, but I do want to catch up with the comments. Thank you for the compliments on my Woody. Kim just brought in another new thing. That's two things I could use a laser engrave. He's almost losing. You're right. I'm almost losing money by not. That's so true. Going back to that ignition, about the ignition, I know 100% that thing's probably worth some bucks on eBay. Yeah, just have to run across. You just have to list it. The problem is you list it and it might be on eBay for 10 years. I don't know. Spare $100, I guess. I could pull it out and throw it on eBay. We could decide. What you think? $100 for it? Have no idea what the value would be. I mean, what would a Pontiac Le Mans car be worth nowadays? $150? So the ignition, $100? Just had two people pull in at once, so I gotta watch these two. cleaners. No, I gotta watch the other one now. Cleaners for one. Who's the other one? I mean, I just sold some stuff that's literally been on there for like 12 years now, so. I mean, I imagine that ignition, even back when they were popular, was pretty. Yes, I don't know exactly what the ignition goes to though, and I don't really want to research it. Ma'am, where are you going? You're on. You're on. Okay, let's go back to the workbench. We gotta finish this. Jason, what is my eBay name? Shadow Enterprise. Shadow Enterprise. Actually, I noticed it was coming up as SE Lock and Key the other day too. So you can just search SE Lock and Key, and it's technically though it's Shadow Enterprise. No, that's the only thing about the car parts is like if I post it for 100 and somebody's like, shit, I sell these for 300, and then they buy it for 100, it piss me off, right? So I do have to do a mediocre amount of figuring out what it fit. But nowadays we can just use like picture match and all that too. I don't know if it would be that accurate to grab an ignition photo. Who knows? Workbench. Mic off. Other mic on. And where were we? We were down here somewhere. Oh. Okay, this actually comes back because it is what it says it is. It's a Sergeant Mortise lock. Fancy boy. Well, fancy expensive boy. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. Nope. Hold on. Let's get you fully protected. Thank you. Just like that. So that is one of those things that usually would go. Yeah, I've got a spot right up there. Hold on. Let me see if I can reach it. I see Sergeant Mortise. On top of Nakatoma. It made it. Okay. Wow. I think that's pretty damn high for that, but okay. What's this? Random screws. Okay. Alright, we're going to move slightly over here and pull off something that I remember last week that was Royal Mortise on. But I also have this guy. This is a bunch of Baldwin mortise cylinders, and also right here, which was another reason I'm doing this, because I want this thing out of here back over here. So for right now, I'm just going to plop that there. Randoms. Shit. Oh, hey.
How's it going?
Good. We're going to help you with it.
Can I just copy a key?
Yep. Just one.
Just one.
It'll be $2.97.
Alright, sounds good. Can you copy car keys?
Certain ones.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah, 65. talking away to myself. What it looks like to him, anyway. I had some. What did I do with them? Nope. Now there's parts right here. Ideally, this just. Okay. Bitching about something over there. Bitching about something. Okay. And there was one other reason why I was doing this. Yeah, Corbin. Because that is not serving a purpose very much anymore. That is the old lube off holding box. Uh-oh. Where's the top for that? Yeah, this thing is going to go way over there. So I'm going to go ahead and move it now. But I also have all those other cans of lubricants, and they needed to be merged together. Got me a new Craftsman box there. Let me put my axe back now that I'm done with that. These keys. Some of those plastic bins are crumbling, falling apart. Well, you certainly don't belong back there. Probably this stuff will get moved over there too. That's still full. Damn it. We have fresh produce outside. That's the noise you hear in the background. Isn't it time to toss the old lube off stuff? Nah. Sure, I can come up with other uses for random lubricants, right? It just needs to be reboxed with the with that other stuff direct from Houdini and stuff that people have sent me. Safe cracker stuff. Yeah, the green storage box. Yeah, that's if you pull it out, if you don't pull it out a certain way, it's dangerous. I'm gonna go grab a box out of Mount Boxmore. I've got a baby Mount Boxmore growing. Purple Hearts. So I don't have just the right size. Let me move one other thing real quick. Okay. Right. Those decorative hardware. Which actually all is down there anyway. It's that's where it's supposed to go. Okay, let's bounce up front real quick. That camera's frozen, huh?
Did you see him?
Oh,
That guy.
which one?
The one we coming by, somebody been in the hospital.
Did he just walk by?
Just walked by.
I saw somebody, but I didn't know it was him.
Yeah.
Did he say anything to you?
I was on the inside. He on the left now, huh? He on down-ish.
She didn't come in on Saturday.
No, I'm talking about Marie.
Oh, no, one.
One.
One-ish, I don't know. Somewhere around there.
Uh,
She's gonna leave about one-ish sometime. that shit as a meal ticket. All right. Jumbo. Look at that fat boy. Alright, so we had some Corbin Russwin over here, looks like. We had Corbin Russwin here, looks like. Backing up. This is literally brand new 60s keyway brass cylinder. Crazy. Put you all together. Because I already have Corbin Russwin area over there. So literally all those needs to be sorted by keyway. Here we can actually now use this to bring out some of these bits and bobs. There's also back. I think it's time to retire that fella. Now these are all big, jumbo, and oddball Corbin Russwin, which really doesn't have a spot. I've got a spot for housing. Yeah. That's impressive looking. Tape denotes inside of door. It is the guts of something. Oh, here we go. Number 988. Number 955. That's looking like a Corbin Russwin lock. Or Sergeant. Probably a Corbin Russwin. Yeah, so this Yale and this Yale go with the other Yales, obviously. We can go ahead and get rid of this guy and put these in here for sorting. Memories. I'm gonna put this in my antique section. Bouvet. So let's and I've got the Schlage version of this too. So let's put this here. Bouvet. We're gonna go here because I actually have a spot in my filing cabinet for Bouvet stuff, and for these little white boxes of Schlage bit no cap brass mortise cylinder. Period brass cylinders. So those all go in the Baldwin cabinet. This one is not broken yet though. Hey, it's fully survived. Yay, okay. Yale rim, we'll go with the 10B here and the IC. And is this indeed what it is? Smart Wi-Fi, or is it something else? It is another encode. Okay, don't know what's wrong with this one. Oh, I think he yanked a wire out of the where it was supposed to be yanked from. So that goes with what now needs a whole box of dead smart locks. Okay, so yeah, I see you. Beep. Beep. Yeah, box here. We're gonna make a Corbin Russell box here. Baldwin already has a box. Doop. What do we have over here? More Corbin Russell. Corbin Russell. I spy a sergeant. And antiques. So Corbin Russell, Yale. Corbin Russell Housings, which has on, and then that goes Baldwin. This goes underneath the key machine. For some odd reason, I've started collecting old antique Russell underneath the key machine. And then random cylinders here, looks like Schlages and pins. Aged Baldwins. Let's go ahead and move you. I don't want to be redundant with this though. That looks very familiar. Oh, it screws on. It looks like a cap to something. S7E18 lock and key. Okay, let's wrap this up. Well, let's wrap it up with y'all. Hey, whoa, almost tripped over it. This may be a Dremel. This looks like the cap of something very familiar. Alright, Corbin Russell. Shoot load of just random cylinders, so here, and here. Over this one can come over here. These guys just need to be put up on storage. So I'm going to do that right now. Yep, that is what you think it is. It is. Mic change didn't flip over. Yeah, it's alright. Cam 2 still down. Bad camera. Bad streamer. Speaking of Amazon Lock, right? And that would be cool if they bring back that type of thing. I don't know, cool. I hated rekeying them though. Alright, let me go up here and finish up. Finish up. How about this? Yale. Falcon with a nut. That's literally the only reason I kept this was because of that thing. Falcon. Here's an old Baldwin. Schlag. Oh, weirdo Yale. Schlag. Fun fact. Schlag sold cylinders with this ring around it. It didn't look like it, but they were coming out of the Schlag factory for a while. I don't know if this one is an example of that. I don't think it is because it's antique brass, but I think during a certain time period, Schlag had some troubles. Now that's oh no. It's a Schlag original. That's an 1 1/4 cylinder too. What do those suckers go for now? Standard C, 1.25" antique brass, if you could even find it. And the Mortise, yeah, what, $70? More period brass, yep. So this can go here. Locksmith Schlag Q. I do have an antique area, so this Locksmith will probably go over there. Nothing special, more the box than anything. I consider the box more valuable than anything. E cores. That's spot for Schlag. Didn't I have? Alright, have a good one. And a Yale run cylinder. What'd you get? How's the spot? So we've effectively narrowed down, about 4 different main manufacturers. I think a few of these have some Arrow cylinders in them, along with Corbin Russwin. This one is one I've really not messed with in a long time. And of course over here, we already have the pre-sorted plugs and cylinders that have we've looked at on stream before. And honestly, some of these probably need to come on into the truck. Some of them probably need to be sorted out of these. But originally, this is what I carried around, a bunch of cylinders on, until I switched it out with the pull-open drawer in the back of my truck. So that effectively made these things useless, and they never really got transferred over to the new guy, except some certain ones. We got some Sargent there. And Falcon original, could have used that once that I can think of. Yeah. Probably will eventually sort these back into Gen Pop over here. Get them back out of isolation. Kung Fu grip. I think that is the cap to the front cap to a Dremel. So I think it is. And this was never mine. This was the previous employee's hot mess. I've just kind of ignored it for 28 years now. Got some cams up in there though. I don't need any, but cam screws. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep ignoring this. I put the what I think to be Dremel cap by the Dremel. Bye again.
Okay.
Alrighty, y'all. We have come to the end of the stream. Now I got to do the fun stuff like dusting, getting all the dirt out, vacuuming that area, and then figuring out how I want to get it back in there. So maybe next week we will have a completed, a little bit more organized, at least by brand anyway. As you can see, it was needed for a while. In the meantime, I got to make sure there's room here because this is where I keep my Baldwin cylinders. And period brass and Welch and all the fancy ones that I don't want the brass to get hurt on. Alrighty. It's the worst time of day. It's the worst time of day, but it is a necessary time of day because I have other stuff I have to do. You have other stuff you have to do. We all have other stuff we have to do. Even if you don't have other stuff you have to do, go find something else to do besides hanging out on YouTube. Yeah, I didn't show y'all my restock. I got a restock on color keys. I'm gonna try to make it into a short, a 3-minute short. So yeah, that was expensive. Lock force disassemble. And these will go up in Jason's little protected area. Super cool. Jackson is what'd you just say? What'd you say about Jackson? And I sit here day in and day out. Somebody has not come to pick up their lever handle and super high security push button lock. Super high security. I almost feel bad about charging $20 for that, but well. Yeah, I appreciate everybody for being here. So yeah, I got all new. It's all I shuffled everything around on the old keyboard. Couple of new designs in. A lot of them they were out of, so yeah, it's all different up there. But I've gotten into a bad habit, y'all, of I'm trying to get it back. Like recording vertically. Sometimes you can record horizontally and just cut out the middle, which I've done on a few clips. They end up going to shorts. Sometimes I start in on a project, like a video project, and I start in. I'm like, I'm gonna make this into a short. For example, that one that was like 5 minutes the other day. I go into that thinking, hey, I can trim all this out to a short. Ends up not being it, and I have vertical video. So that leaves me with long standard verticals. If it goes over 3 minutes, it ends up in the video list, not the shorts list. Irritates me because halfway through filming, I'm like, I'm not gonna make this into the shorts feed, so it's just gonna be a video, and all I have is vertical footage. So that's why there's been a couple of extra vertical, longer videos out. And it's frustrating. To me, anyway. I hate YouTube shorts, damn it. Anyway, vertical video coming up soon. Y'all have a great weekend. Where's that end button? This is the worst screen. That other screen was okay because y'all were here with me in it, but now this is literally the worst screen. Don't forget next week, hopefully, according to what it tells me, we will have the lock force door marker. What did I call it? Lock force door marker. Not version 1 or anything, because it's literally gonna probably just be that version. And then once we figure out how we can ship them, all the lock force store members will receive one. Some of y'all here in the chat who have previously signed up, long-term subscribers who are not lock force store members, but have been with me forever here on YouTube, especially in live on these things, will probably see one of those as well. The first 50 I don't plan on selling many. Most of them are just going to be giveaways. And then the next 50 will go in the lock force store. So, can't wait. Oh. Yeah. If you want to know a secret, wait here for a second. Just, y'all have a great weekend. Everybody else who doesn't want to know a secret, then just see ya. Go on now. We'll forgive us. Just, you don't want to know, just go. It's not a big secret. It's a link. If you are part of that thing, we've talked about it here and there, and I don't like posting it publicly. So yeah, if you want the link to Discord, then just wait right here. Just